All right, we live. All right. Shalom, shalom. First and most, I want to give all praise going to Abanawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakodash. The bomb speak to the apostle of Great Millstone. We are touched to the spirit, peace and much love and salutations to the whole elect of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Jew, all the children of Israel according to this Bible. That's time I got sleep. In 2026, the Lord's going to be here. And this video was called that we are the Illuminati, right? And when you go into that word Illuminati, it means illuminated or illuminated ones. And, we're the ones with the true light, us brothers, you brothers out there with this knowledge, you brothers out there that know the names of Yahweh Bashim Yashai, you brothers out there that's making your lives, that's has in your lives for Yahweh Shai's sake. You brothers out there that's sacrificing your comfortabilities for Yahweh Bashim Yashai. You brothers out there that's putting off the mortal, right? You brothers putting off the mortal to put on the immortal, right? You brothers are the true Illuminati. You have the true light, the true light, man, which coming from Yahweh Shai Mashiach himself, and we are enlightened to have this knowledge. We are a beacon of light. That's why I scripture speak about that in Matthew 5th chapter. Yahweh said that ye are a light that is on a housetop that cannot be hid, man, because we shine so bright because we have this truth and this knowledge and understanding. So always be happy, always be filled with joy, always be filled with gladness, always be filled with with a innumerable amount of gladness, because Yahweh Bashim Shai has chosen you to be a vessel of light when the world is full of darkness, when the world is full of wickedness, when the world is full of hate and sufferings and pain and sorrows. But you have the light. You have the light to heal. You have the wisdom and knowledge to heal all things. Because it's a beautiful thing to be called into this knowledge, man. It's a beautiful thing to be a servant of Yahweh Bashim Shai, to be able to go into the mysteries of the scriptures, to be able to break down and extrapolate the deep things, the deep hidden things, and the deep sayings and the deep sayings and dark sayings of the scriptures, the proverbs of the Bible, and bring it to light and be able to bring life unto men. Because that's what Yahweh Shai is saying. Was in I think it's St. John the 1st chapter. He scripture say he was the light, and he enlightened every man that cometh after him. So if we walk in the stuff of Yahweh Shai, we have been enlightened. So therefore, that's why we enlighten each other. We ignite a fire amongst the brotherhood. So that's why when we heard the apostles and we heard the other elder brothers out there on the streets teaching the word, and they were teaching the word, and it's so powerful and just so strong and just a so powerful way that it ignited something in you to make you want to go out there and preach the word. That was that light. And in your videos that you're teaching, it ignited somebody else seeing you go out there and teach the word, and the way you spoke, and the way the Most High spoke to you, and how manfully you spoke for the words of the Most High. It inspires somebody else to go out there and teach the word as well. This is what you call this a fire, man. It's a light, and when you hear this light, it ignites something in you, man, to make you go out there and do the will of the Most High, because the Spirit of the Most High working within you. So always remember that whatever things that you're going through in your life, whatever situation you may be in, whatever things that may be going on wrong, always remember you are a beacon of light through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. You are a chosen vessel to hold His name, right? To hold His knowledge. You are a vessel for that. So be grateful, be glad, be happy, rejoice. Because like I said, we are the light of the world, man. We're the light of the world. We are the light of the world, man. Remember that. You are the most precious thing that could ever touch this earth through the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai, because you have the knowledge of the Lord. We have heavenly knowledge. We have a God-like mentality. Remember that you have a God-like mentality. When you read Daniel the 5th chapter and around the 11th verse, when dealing with Nebuchadnezzar, when the writing was on the wall, and he couldn't read the writing. And I forgot, it was a woman. She came to him and told him, she said, don't worry, for there is a man in your kingdom that has the wisdom of the gods, is in with him. Right? So, and Daniel was able to break down that knowledge to Nebuchadnezzar and told him that the Most High has written your kingdom and finished it. That's power, man. That's knowledge. That's wisdom. That's understanding. That's why when we read Isaiah 4:1, it said women shall take hold of one man, right? And we should, and they said we should eat, and we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious. That's right there in itself. In those days, women are going to be seeing us and flocking after us, because why? We're going to be valuable because the Most High has gave us this knowledge and this wisdom and understanding. So we're going through a time of juggle trouble when all hell's breaking loose, right? When everybody lost their mind, everybody lost all their shit. We're going to be stable. Go right back to what's that? I believe it's Jeremiah 30 and 6. So like if I'm wrong, but wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The Lord's hope is his treasure, man. That's what's going to make us stand out, because why? We have been anointed, which means anointed to have an unction. An unction, which means to know all things. Was that 1 John 1 John, was that 2:19? That ye have an unction from the Holy One, that ye know all things. We are anointed to know all things through our Lord Yahweh Shai. So we're constantly blessed. We're always good. Even when things don't look good, we're always good. Because we are a beacon of light to the world. You know what I'm saying? We are a treasure. And soon the Lord's going to magnify us on that level to when everybody's going to know that these were the men of the Lord. And it's going to come when the Most High gets ready to put his wrath upon this place. When the Lord gets ready to visit America with his wrath, when the Lord gets ready to destroy this place, the world's going to see and know who the true men of the Lord are, who the true illuminated ones are, because we're going to be walking through this like nothing. Now we're going to go through some trials, tribulations. We're going to go through some things, but we're not going to be as those that be without, right? The Most High is going to tempt us enough to get us through what we need to get through in those times. But the Lord's we're gonna be an example unto the world on what it is when you make the Most High your stead. When you make the Lord your table. That's what Scripture saying in Psalms 91, right? It says it right there. I can't remember how it goes at the moment, but it's Psalms 91 says it, man. You know I can't call it at the moment. It's not calling to my brain right now. But basically, the Lord is by says how in Psalm 91 it says how the Lord is going to prepare a table before our enemies, right? So before our enemies, the Most High is going to prepare a table for us, man. So that means in that time where we're going to be thriving in the time of their calamities, because why? We have this knowledge, this truth, this wisdom, right? That's what Scripture say about right now where it says in to reconnect. Damn it. Lost connection. Okay, God, I'm back. Okay, God. Okay, God, I'm back. But when Ezra said in 2 Ezra 2:40, what did Ezra say? He said when Ezra 2:40, when he seen the elect getting crowned, he said he was moved. You know, in other words, he was shocked at what he seen that these men, he said he commended those men that stood so stiffly for the names of Yahweh B'Shem El Shai. He couldn't believe it. Ezra couldn't believe it. Ezra couldn't believe what the hell he was seeing. He was like, yo, what the f-? He was like, he couldn't even, Ezra thought that probably not even me. That's how great it was. The vision that Ezra saw when the elect got crowned, he said it moved him. He said, wow. Who are these men? Who are these those that stood so still for them? He said he commended those men. he commended them. He clapped for them. He's like, wow, these men are great. But not knowing that Ezra was one of those great men. That's how great it was. It was so great that even Ezra thought like, damn, this is, wow, who are these guys? Who are these men that's being crowned by the Messiah himself? And he seen Yahweh Shai. He said, who was the angel? Said, thou knowest. He said, you know who this man is. You know this is the Messiah. You know who this man is. That's how great that the election, the elect being crowned truly was in that vision. That Ezra was blown away at what he saw. That even he was moved. He was like, damn, like these men are great. These men are above that with that we can. I can't even really comprehend. But he's one of those men. He couldn't even understand. He's like, I'm one. He couldn't even understand. He's one of those men. He was like, God damn, am I one of these guys? Cause shit, these guys are like top level. But that's the point. What I'm conveying in this video, that we're the true light, and always remember that don't never let anybody, any woman, any person, any situation, anything ever take away your light. Don't let no one ever take away your light, brothers. Always remember that you have the true light. You have the true wisdom and understanding of Yahweh Shem Shai. Don't let your situations, don't let your circumstances, don't let any of these cardinal things, don't let none of these cardinal things of this life tear you down from who you really are. Because these things can be gained, these things can be lost, these things can be, all these things here can be given, but the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai cannot be. Those things are things that we can't even understand, put words to within ourselves. How great this truth and this knowledge really is. That's why Scripture say in Job says that the Lord's knowledge is far more precious than rubies, because knowledge is more precious than any moving thing. Wisdom is the most precious thing you could ever have, and we have full of knowledge and wisdom through Prophet Yahweh Shem Shai. So you with a woman and she look at you because you might not have a car. Oh nigga, you ain't da. Or you might not have a car at the time. You might be living with your parents. You might have no money. You might not have very much clothes. You might not eat every motherfucking night. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you might not have. But don't let that situation make you feel less than who you are, because those things don't make you who you are. That car don't make you a man of Yahweh Shem Shai. Them shoes, those clothes, man, don't make you a man Yahweh Shem Shai. None of those things do. It's who you are within. It's what you believe in. It's on your faith in His truth, man. That's what makes you a true man of the Lord. It's the hidden man. The Most High, look, that's why what the Lord said. What did the Lord tell David? Oh man, this shit fucking up bad, man. I'm about to close this up because this shit fucking up so bad. What did the Lord tell Ba'af Dawadah, which means beloved? He told him, he said, the Lord looketh not on the inward. No, Lord looketh not on the outward appearance. The Lord not looking on your statue. The Lord don't care about how a man looks. The Lord don't care about how a nigga come in with all those chains and gold and all this. The Lord don't care about the inward man. It's the heart. That's what the Lord cares about. The cardinal things of this life don't matter. The cars don't matter. None of these things matter, man. These things are just for a moment. These things are for the time being. And if you're dealing with a woman like that looks at all she gotta do is look at is the outward appearance, she ain't the one for you. She ain't the one for you, man. She constantly looking to kind of judge you according to what someone else got, and she not the one for you. That means she a low level vibrational individual, and she's not worthy to be around a man of your stature. That means she need to get the fuck on, man. Real talk, man. Because we're greater than what the things that we can see. Because like I said, when we die, hey man, we go back to the spiritual realm. We go back to Yahweh Shem Shai. We don't stay here on this earth forever. You know what I'm saying? That's why Paul said, he said there's a place where, and I think it's 1 Corinthians 5th chapter about, there's a place in heaven where a heavenly body. Because there's a place where we go, we change into our spiritual state, our natural state. This is just for a moment. This is for a moment. But the things of heaven are forever, man. The heavenly things are forever. So always remember, brothers, that you're greater than what you may think you are. But always be humble, be humble, be meek, But always remember that you're greater than what it seems to be. Someone might look at you and judge you, might think, oh, that guy, he's this, that, and third, but don't know nothing about you. Don't know that at the end of the day, what you know way more than he ever would know. That your knowledge is above all. That you serve a power. You serve a power which is above all. And that's all. Nothing. Remember, we are Yashar Allah. Yah meaning he, Shah meaning prince, and Allah meaning power. He, prince, power. We are a prince of the power, man. Remember that. We are a prince of the power. Yashar Allah. Yashar Allah. He is a prince of power. What does that mean? When you go down to the blue letter and you get the definition of Yashar Allah, he prince power, right? With that, in other words, it means he shall rule as God. So therefore, we are. So what is a God? It's a high level being. It's a high level. It's a high level entity, man. So we are Yashar Allah. He prince power, man. So we are the princes of the power. We are princes. We are prince heirs to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So therefore, we are great, man. We're greater than what anybody could really understand in this time. That we are the greatest to ever live. We are the greatest to ever do it. We are the greatest. If we be the elect, 144,000, we are the greatest men. One of them under Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We are the greatest men to ever walk and bless this earth with our presence, man. Remember that. Remember that always, man. So with that, I just want to hope prayers edifying, prayers uplifted to whoever that's uplifting for. I just want to give all praise and stuff. And Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem HaKodash. That must be to the apostle, Elder Greg Millstone, who touched with the spirit. With that, shalom.
All right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Koholo Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. Have honors, Apostle Elder Greg Millstone, Room Tees Well, Peace, Salutation, all you out there in four corners of the earth. I'm Yaquab from YSO, or Yaquab from YSO Highway, whichever way you want to say it. Coming with this quick lesson. It's not going to be long. It's just called, man, don't look back. A lot of times we catch ourselves looking back at the things we once used to have, the things we once was able to do mentally, spiritually, physically. Don't look back. What was written was written. What was done. Your old man was stripped away. And what you are today is who you are to be. Don't question. Because really, when you think about it, looking back is like questioning the Lord and saying, man, I was so much better back there. It's just like in the time when in Egypt, when in Jeremiah, I think it's might be wrong on this one, but I think it's was the 23rd chapter. I think I might be wrong, but the Israelites was looking back. They was saying how it was better when they were in Egypt. They was eating good and life was much better when they was back there in Egypt. Don't look back. That's a smack in the Lord's face. When the Israelites was the Lord took us out of captivity, put us in the wilderness. Everybody was wanting to go back to Egypt. Let's go back. Because we was eating. Life was better there. We didn't have to go through the wilderness. We didn't have to go through this hardship. We didn't have to not have the roofs over our head, and we weren't in the tents, and we had we had the luxuries and we had the good things, man. Don't look back. When you move forward, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and that's what it is about being in the truth. When you come into this thing of ours, you get with the Lord and you learn to keep pushing forward, to keep moving. And what yesterday was is dead and gone. We can't adjust and think about the things of yesterday. We got to think about the things of tomorrow. We need to think about our future and to look forward, to keep going forward with the Lord is pushing ourselves to the kingdom. We look forward, because going back, you still got to go through the hell. You got to go through all that. you know, that bullshit, the rigmarole that you had to go through. You look back, you might have been eating, but you was going through a lot of other shit, right? You weren't as mentally or spiritually as strong as you are now. You know, there's always disasters in the middle of that shit. You know, why you want to go back and replay the shit all over again? You know what I'm saying? It's like people say, man, I wish I could go back to the 80s. Well, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the 80s came where you might have had some fun, but it was a lot of pain. You know what I'm saying? You know, you had deaths in your family. Brothers died, sisters died, cousins died, best friends died. You know, in some of the most crucial, horrible ways. You know, you forget all that shit, but you got to relive that shit. Just because you go back, it doesn't mean like you can go back and change it and make it better. You're going to just relive what you went through. So, nah, fuck that. You want to go forward to see what's coming. You want to keep going to the new. I don't want to keep rewinding and going and staying into the old. You know, I need to come into the new, to what's better. You know? So, yeah, don't look back, man. Keep looking forward in life. Don't let, you know, don't let the things that you, like I say, that you got to go through or that you're going through, don't let those things, you know, pull you down or pull you back. You know, get rid of anchors in your life. You know what I'm saying? People who can't see forward, people who can't see the vision, right? What the scripture said, where there is no vision, the people perish. Okay, when people lack vision in life, when you have no hope, right? Where you always depressed and always, you know, undillable as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're an anchor. You become an anchor in life. Don't be that. Don't be an anchor in life, because those people always look back. Those people are always looking at their past, what they could have had, should have had, or what they could have did, should have did. You know, they never look at and say, let me make this pop, and this is what I can do, this is what I'm about to do. I'm gonna make this happen, I'm gonna make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't go to the Lord, Yahweh Shema, oh Lord, you know, hey, bless my walk, keep me going, keep me looking forward, keep me straight. You know, we always have to remember that, man. You know, when you turn back, man, you turn it back to disaster. You know what I'm saying? You never go back to a house that was wiped clean, emptied, and garnished. You know, because then you two pick up seven extra spirits that you didn't have before. You're gonna be even worse. You know, so you gotta remember to keep your eye on the prize, and which the prize for us is the kingdom. The prize for us is Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai coming back to this earth and taking over this earth and turning it back right side up, right? Because now it's upside down, right? So, right quick, let me go to Genesis 19 and 23, right? This is Genesis. It's lucky. Yeah, it's lucky. I'm dealing with my old sword. So let me get to Genesis 19 right quick. Yep. All right, it's Genesis chapter 19, verse 23. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the city and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And that's the point. Don't be like Lot's wife. Don't look back, because she was worried about the things she lost, worried about the things she had. She had gained in Sodom and Gomorrah, in the land of all that filthiness, right? Well, here Lot was vexed, you know, by the filthiness of the wicked. Day by day, day to day, he was vexed. He had to deal with this wicked ass people. But with his wife, she enjoyed it. She had her pearls, diamonds, her jewelry. She had her, her good, pleasant, smelly things, and she had her nice house, and she had her family there, her brothers, and she was, her life was good. She paid heavy attention to, that's what mattered, was all the things, the material things, the things that really at the end of the day you can you can regain, you can those things can be brought back to you again, right? So she turned around to miss her life. So she looked back at the things that she was going to miss. And when you look back, you miss out on the things that the Lord got coming for you, that's coming to you, because you're too busy looking back at the old shit that the Lord took away from you. So you got to be able to receive the things that Yahweh Shema Shah got coming to you, because it's not just about material wealth. No, for the elect men, it's about the spirit. It's about Yahweh Shema Shah. It's about the kingdom. It's about getting back righteous, getting your mind right, getting back with the Lord, Yahweh Shai coming back and taking his world and turning it right. So our mind is stuck on Yahweh Shema Shai. So we got always constantly be looking up and looking forward. We're looking forward to a future of prosperity with Yahweh Shema Shai. Prosperity is Yahweh Shai. To prosper in this world is when Yahweh Shai comes back to destroy it, or Yahweh Shai comes back to reclaim what is rightfully his. That's when we prosper. That is our prospering in this world. Okay, so that's what we have to remember. So being like Lot's wife, we don't have time to look back. We can't afford it spiritually. We can't afford to take our hand off the plow. We got to keep pushing, and I'm gonna get that too, Lord's will, But yeah, I'm gonna get that too. I think that's like Luke 9, I think. But yeah, we gonna keep going forward. We gotta keep we gotta keep in this race. You know what I mean? We can't look back at the old, because you're gonna miss. Like I say, you're gonna miss out on Yahweh Shai. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're too busy looking back. You're gonna miss out on what's really coming. Right quick, let me go to Luke 17. Right. This is Luke chapter 17, verse 26. Yep, Luke 17 and 26. I'm gonna just start at 24, just because I love these scriptures, but I'm gonna start at 24. For as the lightning that lighteth out of the one part under heaven shineth unto the other part under heaven, so shall also the Son of Man be in his day, when he come in his all glory, man. Right? He's gonna be bright as ever, man. He's gonna shine. You're gonna see him from one side to the next. But first must he suffer many things and be rejected of his generation. And that's happened. Right? And still to this day, he's rejected. Yahweh Shema Shai is rejected. Yahweh Shai is rejected. Okay? Not by the hopeful elect, but he's rejected by the world. He's rejected by the Israelites that's supposed to be Israelites, but they're heathens. He's rejected by his own people, except for the elect. Right? And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it also in the days of the Son of Man. And we're in the days for the Lord's return. They did eat, they drink, they married wives, they were given into marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. They did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built. So that's what Lot's wife was looking at. She was eating, she was drinking, she was planting, she was sowing. She had her gardens, hey, shit, her life was on point. You know what I mean? Her life was beautiful. She had to let it all go. She couldn't let it go. She couldn't let the old go to come into the new. And that come in with the old man. You got to strip down the old to get into the new. When you get into the scriptures, you got to let that old shit go. You gotta be able to be reborn, right? And when you're born through your spirit, through your life, your heart, right? You get stripped down. The old man gets stripped down, so you lose things. You're gonna lose things. Because those things at the end of the day, it's material. Material always can be regained, but you cannot always be blessed with the chance to be the 144,000. You can't always be blessed with the chance. You get one shot at this. right? This is a very exclusively exclusive club that we're trying to get in, right? Like Jake got those clubs, or Esau got them clubs where like it's super exclusive. Like there's no regular Joe can get up in there. You gotta know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. You gotta be somebody that that was somebody. Certain A-listers can't even get in these in these places. You've got to be. It's very 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 preciously exclusive. But that's the scriptures. That's Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. That's trying to be a part of the 144,000, because this thing that we're in is very exclusive, right? Not very many get a chance. It's only 144,000 of us, 12,000 per tribe, and it's 12 tribes. So, man, this the shit. You gonna be better off being worldly. So. So it's not an easy thing for us to get into. So, but this club that we're trying to get into is the Lord is with Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, and so we don't have time to look back. We don't have time to care about if we had $100,000, if we had whatever we had in the bank, or we don't have time to look and see how many houses we used to have or cars, or we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that because right now we're trying to get into something that's even greater and better, right? That it's so great that we can't even fathom it in our minds. The mind can't comprehend what Yahweh Bashim Al Shah is going to give us. Like the Lord said, well, in my Father's house there are many mansions. In my Father's house there are many mansions. So like, bro, it's like it's your pick. Have your pick what you want. You know what I'm saying? That shit on earth is nothing compared to what I'm gonna give you galaxies, right? You about to come out. You gonna be able to go amongst the stars. You're going to be able to be out of the earth and then come back down into earth. And the shit you'll have on earth is just going to be ridiculous. And then when you go out of earth, it's going to be so fucking glorious that half the time you probably not even going to want to go back down to the earth. It's going to be like, damn, I got to go down there now. This shit too good. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I ain't seen no shit like this before. But, you know what I mean? The mind can't fathom what the Lord has in store for his elect. So, this is what we're pushing for. We're pushing. So we stay focused. So we don't focus on what we lost. We don't focus on, the past, women, money, clothes, cars, jobs. No matter how good it was, oh man, I was making $45 an hour, man. This one job, man, damn, man, I just was never able to get over it. Damn, man, I had a business. My business went down, man. I was making $10,000 a week, man. A week, I was killing it. Killing it, man. I get damn, but those things are anchors, right? Those things are stumbling blocks. Those things throw you off from your mission, from what you're really here to do. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta always keep focused. That's why we stay focused for tomorrow. That's why we stay focused. We stay on the straight path, that straight path. We don't fall to the left or to the right. We don't stop and turn around and look back and just say, wait, just give me a minute, Lord. Let me remember this shit one more time. Like, well, if you want to remember, it's in your head anyway, so you don't need to go turn around and, keep your ass moving. Hey, man, get in line, get in order, follow. And then that's another thing, too, though, is can you follow the order of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah? Are you going to follow the line and follow order? Because not a lot of men can follow order. And, women are not following orders, So, for the most part, a woman ain't going to follow damn order anyway. So, because she always going to look back. And that's why the Lord used a woman, because she's just the same as today as she was yesterday. Granted, the women were more righteous than these women are today, but it's still the same mind thought, the same process, is that women always love things, right? They love to be beautified, smell good, look good. Well, not all women, though, but, a lot of women like to, think they want to be fly, sexy, have all the nice shit, and they don't want to have a care in the world. They want to lay, if they want to lay in the bed for 5 hours, 15 hours after fucking 12 o'clock, they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Wake up, don't get out the bed till 7 p.m. Wake up 8 in the morning, still laying in the bed, not doing shit. But that's the way, women are designed that way, right? They want to be pampered and cared for. They want to be. So everything for them is material. Everything for them is it lacks. It's all physical, right? And we don't worry about the physical in this world, because those things that can be gotten, those things can be lost as well as they can be gotten. So it's like, we don't hope for those things of the earth. We hope for the things of Yahweh Shem Shah that's unseen. We don't hope for the things that we can see. We can see cars. We can see homes. We can see, you know what I'm saying? I can see a car. I can look out right now and look at cars, man. I'm seeing a bunch of cars. You know what I'm saying? I look out, see buildings, That's, so what? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You can see houses. You can see apartment buildings. You can see whatever those things are obtainable. So why am I praying for those things? Why am I looking back at those things? Why am I worried about those things? Because those things will come to me as I get to it. But right now, if I'm focusing on the Lord, if I'm chasing the Lord, just like King Solomon, he chased the Lord. He asked the Lord for wisdom, how to guide your people. He didn't ask for Bentleys and flashy ass chariots and grills in the mouth. Nah, he had grills to tell you. He had grills, chains. King Solomon was, he had rows of gold in his mouth. So you know what I'm saying. So King Solomon was decked the fuck out, right? His doorman was decked out. Bathsheba couldn't believe it. Thought that he was the king, right? So when you chase the Lord, all those things, whether it's this life or the next, all those things will come to you. You're gonna get those things one way or another. But you're here on this earth, all those things are attainable. It's not like you can't have things. You can. You just gotta stay focused and faith and keep your faith on Yahweh Shem Shai and let everything else come what it's gonna be. Right? Because the Lord gonna give us an abundance, especially as we in the kingdom. And the biggest abundance that we gonna get is seeing this motherfucker go down. You know what I'm saying? Seeing this system fall. You know what I'm saying? Not seeing it go on forever. Not seeing it, being able to get a Bentley or a Rolls or nah, man. The biggest blessing is to watch this shit fall. Is to watch Babylon fall, man. Right? Just right quick on a side note, I'm gonna get back to the scriptures. I was watching this little video on this YouTube, whatever, but it was talking about these dudes. This Edomite dude was talking about how he's scared for that dude that do the plastiline. He turned plastic into gas, into fuel, right, for your cars. And he went through a lot of different cases where there has been people who's been poisoned, murdered, killed in some type of way, murdered or killed in some type of way because of their inventions that they've invented. The one guy who invented the car that can drive on water, killed, murdered at I believe he said they murdered him. They poisoned him at the Cracker Barrel, right? Put poison in his food or drink, and he jumped up, started throwing up, told us about, oh shit, they poisoned me, and fell out and died. And ran outside a Cracker Barrel, fell out and died, was throwing up. Tesla is another one. Go look up the original Tesla. He was killed, and all his shit was taken away. Multiple people has there's a guy who invented a car who rewired his carbon and somehow had the carbon run into the engine and made a car you can drive for like 200 fucking miles and shit before you even need before you even lost a gallon of gas. Shit like that, and killed him. You know what I'm saying? Guys make patents on these inventions and inventing different things, and they kill them in some type of way, and they put them to death. So so in this world, you know what I'm saying? So even when you do have something that, you still got to worry about, Satan, pulling some tricks on the back end, because he don't want your shit coming out, because he don't want you to have certain things. So why strive for this world like that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's on you to do certain things, you do it, but you take the power of Yahweh Shem Shai with you, and you walk through it. But worried about old things that you had and looking back, man, those things, the things of this world, man, they don't last forever, and they come with a price a lot of times. Like I was just saying, that was the point of me bringing out those couple issues or situations. There's a lot of times there's prices to that shit, right? You gotta, there's a price to pay for it, in this world, because this world want to keep people in such a depression, in such a box, where they don't want you to have a car that you can drive for 200 fucking miles and you never have to go get gas. They don't want you to have a car that you can take literally recycle plastic, and the plastic you can and it turn into fuel, and you can drive your fucking car. You know, they don't want that. That strips their bottom dollar. You taking their wealth out their pocket. They'll kill you for that. You know. So, you know, that's what the guy was saying. So he was felt bad. He was saying, he was worried about the guy because he just prayed he'd be okay. Because he understands and knows he done been through history. He done pulled out multiple situations from the 1800s all the way through to the 2000s where certain men has been put to death. All of a sudden, they become missing, or their adventures got missed, got robbed, got, threatened to death or put to death or poisoned, sort of to stop them from bringing out their invention, and then all of a sudden their inventions get wiped away and you never hear from them again, right? So that's why you think about this world, man. You don't look back. You don't worry about what you don't have, what you didn't have, what you worry about what you did have. You just keep pressing forward. Press forward for the mark. Press forward to the kingdom, so the Lord can bring everything back in the way it's supposed to be. All right. So back to the scriptures right quick. This is back to Luke. Luke 17, and I think I was about that. Yeah, 28. No, 27. No, 28. Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they build, like today, right? Same thing. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. See, so when Yahweh Shai come back and he cracked them clouds, everything is going to be destroyed. So all this stuff here that you have here, all the things that you have accumulated, all the things that you have lost, don't look back. You got to look forward, because it's more and better things, more pleasures in the kingdom than there is here on this earth. Because you only get here for so long. Most people get 70 years, 75, 77, I believe it is. It's the I believe it's like 77 years old here in America. Most people get the average lifespan. So shit, that's not long. That's not long at all. And then when you get in your 70s, you're not feeling, your body ain't right. Shit, your body all breaking down and shit. So the things that you end up accumulating, you're not going to enjoy them after so long. Solomon said that. He got to leave. The riches is a vexation, because you got to leave it to people that you don't know who going to really take care of it. You don't know what they're going to do with it. You don't know if they're going to lose it all. And if you come back, you like, damn, I'll come back poor again. Because here these motherfuckers done fucked everything up. Everything I done put all that hard work in, took the time, blood, sweat, and tears. For what? To come back, turn around, and you done fucked it up? So. Alright. But, yeah. So, right quick, let me get this. This is, I wanted to get to 1 John 2 and 15. This is 1 John. Yeah, it's 1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. That's right, man. So we can't focus on this world, just plainly, everything here. We gotta keep our focus on Yahweh Shema Shai, because if we really is focusing and worrying about the things in this world, we don't love the Father. And so if we don't love the Father, we fuck. There is no kingdom. We're gonna be the 2/3. We not gonna do the work. We're not gonna go to highways and byways. We're not gonna do the things that we're supposed to do for the spirit power Yahweh Shema Shai. We're not gonna work hard to be the elect. So if you love the world, you don't love the Father. Okay? So love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. And that's big, man. Your cars, money, clothes, your homes, whatever you want to call it, man. You know, you can't, those things can't be the only sole purpose of life. Oh, I got to work for this car, and I got this, badass Hellcat, or, whatever the fuck kind of car, motherfuckers, Infinities, or whatever the motherfuckers like. Because I don't really give a fuck about that shit like that. But, oh, yeah, I'm driving around, show my shit off, and, that's your love. You work yourself to the bone for that vehicle. You work yourself, oh, I got my 5-bedroom house and 3,000 square feet. Oh, shit, yeah, I show this off. And, that's the things of the world. You don't have time to love those things, because all those things pass away. They decay. They break down. Your vehicle break down. You got to spend a bunch of money on it. Your house break down. Your car break down. Hell, you yourself, you gonna break down. You got to spend money within yourself. Go to the doctor to try to fix and heal yourself. So that's why the Lord said, "Lay up not riches where moth doeth corrupt." This is just, hey man, what moth does eat away. If moth eat this shit away, this shit is made to be taken away. And that's a stumbling block for a lot of men in the truth. And a lot of people in this world, period, but which they don't matter. But what matters is the men in the truth, the guys who fall out the truth. One, you wasn't meant. If you fell out, you just definitely was not meant for it, evidently. But a stumbling block, that's a stumbling block. The things that you've lost, the things that you couldn't let go, the things that you still was trying to hold on to, being in the truth. Because the truth it's not easy to stay in the truth and to keep popping and to lose and to see yourself losing and to be able to have to take those losses and keep pushing. I've lost, but we keep going, we keep striving. You don't turn back. I don't have time to turn back. And it is, man, look, shit's gone, it's gone. Let's go, keep rolling. Well, hey, look, Yahweh Shema Shai willing, Yahweh Ratazah, we'll get more, we'll get better, we'll get even better. Whatever the Lord want to give to us, give to us. Whatever we don't want to, let's keep rolling. We got to stay with the Lord. We got to stay with Yahweh Shema Shai. The only thing I know is we got to keep pushing for Yahweh Shema Shai. Only thing I know I can do. Right. Only thing I know I just ever want to do. I got to keep pushing for Yahweh Shema Shai. I got to keep pushing this truth. I got to keep going. I got to get my salvation. I don't give a damn what I go through. I want salvation. I believe I'm going to receive this blessing. The blessing to be amongst the 144,000. I'm fighting hard. I want to get there, Lord. Take me, walk me, talk me, guide me, direct me, lead me. All I want is you. All I want is the truth. All I want is your salvation. All I want is to repent. And that's the way we should be. Nothing else matters, man. It's like that one song Lauryn Hill had with D'Angelo, brother that passed away a little bit ago. Hey, nothing even matters. It said nothing even matters no more. It don't matter no more. This life don't matter anymore. Not the things of this world, it doesn't matter anymore. That's cool if I got a nice car. Okay, fine. I don't give a fuck. It's gonna sit out there until I get it to drive the motherfucker. I'm about to pay a bunch of money for gas and shit. I have to go take it to the shop and get it fixed and shit. Just don't break down. Nothing matters, man. At the end of the beginning of the day, man, the only thing matters to me is Yahweh Shema Shai and me making it back to the Lord, man. And then going back the right way. And being able to say, Yahweh Shema Shai, kneel and bow, and I did it right. I pray I did my best. You know what I mean? Like, did I get it right this time? You know what I'm saying? I didn't fall off this time. You know what I mean? I kept pushing your word. I kept pushing. I stumbled. I failed a few times. I said a righteous man should fall 7 times, but just get back up. I'm right. As long as you get back up. I never went off on your doctrine. I never went away from my one true love. I stayed. I kept pushing. I kept striving. I kept going through the darkest hours, through the loneliest of nights, through the coldest, kept pushing your word, kept pushing your truth. I kept the faith. I believed. I didn't take the Quran. I didn't take the MOTB. You know, I kept pushing. I didn't quit. You know, and that's what I want to be able to say, man. Because that's all that matters. Because nothing to this world even matters. See, this is the world that don't matter. Nothing matters here. So they was right on that song. Nothing matters no more. Nothing at all. Not in this world. Only thing matters now is Yahweh Shema and getting the salvation. So why look back? Why look back? Why look back at something that's already dead and gone? All right, back to the scriptures. So don't love the things of the world, right? So if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes, because of what you see, what you want, what you see another man got, woman got, and the pride of life. Oh yeah, I'm a shit. Yeah. And next thing you know, you dead. You be looking like Lindsey Graham. You know what I'm saying? You know, or you be like all those, you know, inventors of the past who never got, all them Jake inventors that invented multiple shit out here in America. But they don't get their just due. It don't even matter. It doesn't even matter. But then it's all stolen from them. So what good did it do them? It didn't just let's just talk about one guy. I just think about my mind. Come on, was I forget his name. The brother that the first brother that did ranch dressing. That brother, Hidden Valley Ranch. Shit, them Edomites bought that shit from him. His family ain't got shit. Hidden Valley Ranch is a multi-billion-dollar company. But it didn't go to his family. He created the shit. He's the founder of it. He's the reason Hidden Valley is what it is. Ranch is what it is. He's the one who came up with ranch. It's not in his family still. Not his children's children. Well, some Edomites own that shit. And they call it their own. What about the brother who started the Buffalo Wings? He didn't get that credit. Esau came along and stole that shit, man. Came seeing how he was doing what he was doing and stole it. Took it, patented it, took that shit and stole it and made it their own. So, you know, so nothing here, you man, that you do is ever going to be yours. You know? Because this so-called white man always going to be out here trying to steal it from you. And never give you the credit for it. You can be the founder, but it doesn't matter. He just don't want to give you the credit for it. Because he against you. Right? He hates you. This is his world. You know, Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So this is the wickedest rulership. And we had to build his shit up. You know, that show you how low and how base Esau Edom is. Here, this is his rulership. But it took the so-called Negroes to build this motherfucker up. Built his kingdom forward. Man, let's talk about the Buffalo Soldiers. Come on, man. Don't want to give a man his just due. You know? Talk about countless doctors that from brain surgery to medical equipment to blood banks and blood to how to mix the blood and shit and put them in a little machine and made the machine to do the blood. And man, I mean, Jacob's been all through everything, man. Been through everything. You know, the simple shit: peanut butter, rolling pins, doorknobs, lights, light poles, video games, water guns. That's the simple shit. Heating and cooling, and I mean, the list goes fucking on and on and on and on. Music, country music came from the banjo. The banjo came from the slaves. Man, the fucking list goes on and on and on. Rock and roll, like it's like fuck. So nothing here matters, man. Like that song, nothing even matters. Okay. And the world, and so back to the scriptures. what was that? For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah abideth forever. And that's what we want, that forever, ever. Because this shit pass away. You pass away. You don't hear for long. You don't enjoy it for long. Like I say, when you get older, you're only going to enjoy it from, and that's if you got it in your 20s. You start in your 20s. If you got wealth early, till you might enjoy it up until you about 60, maybe. And that's if you still living. Because once you get to a certain age, you just don't, you done all this, what else is there to do? You know? So you really get a short span, what's that, 40 years? 40 years when you really enjoy, that ain't shit. That ain't no time. Some, like I say, people don't even get that. People don't get 10, 15 years, 5 years, 8 years, 7 years. 2 years, 3 years, 1 year. Look at Chris Johnson, football player back in the 2000s. CJ, what's it called? CJ 2K. Played for the Titans, a running back. Ran for 2,500 yards. Only one to do that. Ain't got nothing. He can't even talk no more. He got to talk with his eyes. To talk to the computer screen. To have a conversation. Because he got, what's it called? MLS or whatever the fuck he got. Or, what is it? Fuck, I remember. But he got that disease where his body, he's not even functionable no more. Body don't even fucking work no more. The rod don't work. Ain't no more fucking bitches. Right? All the shit that you enjoy. And he's young. I think was he about in his 30s? Like 37 or some shit like that. Young, man. And just gone. Now he got nothing but a bunch of fucking bills, man. Hell shit. He's better off dead than alive. He's worth better off more dead than alive. He's better off dead to his family than he is alive. At least they get that debt off of him. I have to keep paying him big ass fucking bills for his special equipment he need and shit. Can't walk, can't talk, he can't even have a regular conversation. Because the body is just gone, ate up. He don't look like he used to. He ain't big no more. He muscled up. Muscles don't mean shit. None of that mean nothing. Our whole body just done, just limp. At 37 years old. This world don't matter, man. We just think it do. And that's the stumbling block, man. That's the stumbling block of coming into Satan's kingdom. It gets you fucked up. It gets you thinking about only what you see and what you go through and what you do to take you away from the bigger picture. It's really to kill off the elect. Get your eyes on the things of the world instead of keeping your eyes on Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. And that's what I pray for all the time. Keep my eyes low, keep my eyes focused. Keep me focused, one-track minded to you. No matter what I'm going through, Lord, let me stay focused on you. Let me stay focused with you. Let me keep pushing your truth. Be like Muhammad Ali. I'm the greatest. No, he ain't good. Everything he doing, he fucking shaking this shit. Can't talk, really, like can't walk and shit. Fuck that shit. For what? To say what I once was? Well, I'm gonna look back. What good is it? What good is what I was gonna do me now? And I can't even move my fucking body. What good am I being CJ 2K, 3K, whatever the fuck they call them? And I can't even use my dick, my legs, my feet, my hands, my arms. I ain't even lose my mouth. I can't even fucking talk. I can't even fucking talk. I gotta look at a computer and you just use my fucking eyeballs to say what I want to say. What the fuck? No, man. No, that just to have that little bit of pleasure for that little bit of time, and then I got to lose everything after that. Fuck you. No, I don't want that. You keep that, Satan. I don't want that. No. No. I want mine forever. I want a forever blessing. I want the blessing from the Lord, because when you get it from Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, it's a righteous blessing. That blessing is righteous. You keep that forever. You ball to the walls and through. You ride till the wheels fall off, till the spaceship through the sky. There's no limit. Ain't no falling down. Ain't no falling off. Ain't no worried about getting into drugs and, you know, getting diseases where you can't walk, can't talk and shit. And you shaking and shit. Fuck that shit. Just to say what? Just to say that I once was something? Fuck that. No, I wanna have it now. I wanna have it where I can sit and have it forever. If I can't have it forever, I don't want it now. That's what I was meaning to say. If I can't have it forever, I don't want it now. I want it when I can have it forever. I don't want it now. I want it when I can have it forever. Because I'm only going to live, Lord knows. Who knows? Fuck. Who the fuck knows? I don't know how many days I got left. I don't know my lifespan. Shit, fuck that. It ain't worth it for me. Because I could get riches and be dead tomorrow. I could get everything. That's why the Lord said, was it profit a man to gain the world but to lose his soul? What's the profit in it? Hell, you got everything. Sorry to tell you, you got 30 minutes left. Sorry to tell you, you got 2 years left. What? It's like Kobe Bryant. It's the same shit. He retired at what was he, 40, whatever the hell? Well, I mean, retired at 30, whatever. Maybe enjoyed his retirement for a couple of years. Coached his daughter's basketball team a couple of years. That was it. Worked like a fucking dog, though. From 18, 19, 20, 21, all the way through till he got done with the NBA at 37. He really finally relaxed after he retired. And he only had, 3 good years to relax. And he died. And that was it. He only really enjoyed his life. His wife enjoyed his life more than he did. She was home. She enjoyed the house. She enjoyed driving the cars. She was there with the kids. So she had the good time. She's still doing it. And I ain't mistaken, she had another baby by one of them other NBA niggas. But the point, she's still doing it. Still to this day, she's still enjoying the fruits of his labor. He didn't enjoy that shit. He was working hard to get all that, to get that empire here in this world, just to lose it in 3 years. And now he did in a kingdom with the Lord, looking stupid. Like, fuck, I put all my shit into this. I should have put all my A's into the world. Why didn't I do that for you? Why didn't I try to find you? Why didn't I believe? Damn. Look back. Look how hard you worked. Look how many years. Look what you was working hard, man. I mean, you really worked hard there, Kobe. Yeah, you was putting the work in, man. Calling to get that small amount of time, man. You made that deal with Satan, man. That's what you get. No, man, I'm cool. I don't want that life. I'm cool. I don't want that life. So I ain't got time to look back for nothing, for shit. I don't care what I have, what I do have, what I don't have, what I gain, what I lose. I just keep pushing forward. Because my eye is on the kingdom of heaven. Right? And that's what it's about, man. It's about keeping our eye single to the Lord, to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. You know? I'm gonna close out with Philippians 3. No, you know what? Let me hit Luke 9 and 62 right quick. All right, this is Luke chapter 9 verse 62. Then I'm gonna close out with Philippians 3rd chapter. Luke 9 and 62. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, let me read this. I'm going to just read the whole thing. This is Luke Luke 9, and I'm going to start at 57. And it came to pass that as they went in the way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee wherever soever thou goest. And Yahushua said unto him, foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head. That's right, because the Lord was always moving. Because this is not his home, this is not his kingdom right now, or at that time, right? And he said unto another, follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. Yahushua said unto him, let the dead bury the dead, because the things of this world don't matter, man. Even life. Because when you understand it and you get it, like, because at the end of the day, when they go, man, they back in the kingdom anyway. They back up there with the Lord anyway. Getting their judgment, getting their orders being put to sleep. Whatever the Lord doing, they ain't there no more. So you just got to keep pushing. You got to keep pressing. You got to keep pressing. Because all things going to come to an end. All things wear off. All things wear down. All things die. Okay? Everything decays. Right? And he said unto another, follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. Yahushua said unto him, let the dead bury the dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. See, same thing. Stop looking back. And that's the difference between the men and women. We don't have time to go back and kiss the wife, fuck the side piece. We ain't got time to remember. We don't have time to look back, to step back and go back to the old things. We don't have time because we got to stay focused on Yahweh Shema Shah. So we got to keep pushing forward. We got to keep rolling. We don't have time to go back and deal with everything else. All we got to do is keep pushing, keep pressing towards the Lord. Right? And another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Right? Nobody's fit for Yahweh's kingdom. If we looking back and we constantly worrying about the things of old, Lot's wife, right? Not worrying about the kingdom being first. We supposed to be kingdom minded. The kingdom of heaven, kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That's where our mind's supposed to be. Right? It said Matthew 8 and 19. Right? Let me just grab this right quick. Matthew 8 and 19, I'm gonna close off in a minute. Matthew 8. This is Matthew 8 and 18. Now when Yahushua saw a great multitude about him, he gave commandments to depart unto the other side. And a certain scribe came and said unto him, Master, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Yahushua said unto him, the foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head. So the Lord ain't worrying about, it's the same as what I just read in Luke 9 and 62. The Lord ain't worried about what's in your past. The Lord ain't worried about what he left. The Lord wasn't worried about Mary. He wasn't worried about Joseph. He wasn't worried about his brothers and sisters. He was worried about the kingdom. He's about his father's business. He had to put the work in. He had a job to do. He ain't have time to worry about if somebody died, because he already understand, no, they're going to be in the kingdom anyway. They all right. So look, we got to go. We got to keep pressing. We got to press towards the mark, baby. We got to do this job. And because the boss that we have, he is a unrelenting, unrepentant, unforgiving Lord. When you get wicked, when you do wrong, he put forth a commandment, he expects it done. He expects you to do what you were told to do. So you got to do the job. You go back to Noah. Go back to Noah. He listened. He did the job. Right? Go back to Jonah. you're going to do this job because it was told for you to do it. All the prophets, Jeremiah. You got to go through it. You can't fight it. You can't fight against it. Right? You can't fight against what Yahweh Shem Shai put forth into you to do. So just go get it done. You know? Shit. Okay? So back to Luke 9 and 62. I think, what was I done with them? Might have been done with them. Yeah, I'm just read the last part. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow. If you doing this work, you pushing these scriptures, hey, if you put your hand to the plow, you ain't got time to be looking back. Okay? And if you looking back, you ain't fit for the kingdom. And looking back is fit with slugging. This is Luke 9 and 62. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh. Okay, so that says it all. This is Philippians, I'm going to close out on. It's Philippians chapter 3. Chapter 3, verse 12. Not as though I had already attained, neither were already perfect, but I follow after, if I may apprehend that for which also I am apprehended of Yahweh Shai. Brethren, I count not myself to be have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before. And where's the kingdom of heaven? Okay. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Hamashiach Yahushai. Let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded. And if anything ye be otherwise minded, Yahweh shall reveal even this unto you. Nevertheless, whereto we have already attained, let us walk by the same rule. Let us mind the same things. Okay? So, that's it. Right? Verse 13 says it all. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh and Hamashiach Yahushua. All right, so look, I am Yaquah from YSO Yahushua Sanctified Ones. Keep pushing, keep striving. We're almost out of here. Remember, keep pushing forward. Keep striving for that high calling. Strive for the high calling. Stop looking back. Stop looking back. Shalom and the Bible.